workwithtyrell.com. I do social media management for entertainers. I give tips and advice, and I'm also a songwriter and a producer. This segment is called Simple Steps to Getting Gigs. I call it simple because it's only 3 steps: network, get exposure, network again. A little bit of background about myself. I'm in the Navy. I got facial hair going right now, but I'm moving to Japan tomorrow. I'm on leave right now, so that's why I'm taking advantage of not having to shave. But like I said, I'm moving to Japan tomorrow. I move around a lot, so that's my basis for putting this out there, getting gigs. Everywhere I have to go, I have to start fresh. Every couple of years, I have to start from the bottom up. So I have a lot of experience starting from the bottom and getting gigs and start getting results and start getting paid wherever I go. So I'll be doing this. You can follow me on my journey through Japan and trying to get gigs and stuff like that. So the first step is to network. When I say network, I mean network with other musicians. A lot of us, when we first started, we want to talk to our friends and family, like, and get their opinion on it. But if your friends and family don't do music or don't produce, it's no real point in you asking for their opinion. The most they can do for you is tell another person that, hey, my friend produces or my friend writes songs. But you want to get out and network with your own people and get the word out there yourself. So your friends and family, they may discourage you. They might discourage you. So don't even talk to them because they're not really going to be helpful business from a business perspective of you getting out there and getting exposure. So network with other musicians. I say other musicians because if you want to start a band, other musicians, that's going to help you start a band. With other entertainers, they may say a host. They might have a show coming up and they might want a house band. Same thing with comedians, same thing with promoters. They might want a band for their events. So you want to network with other musicians and other entertainers out there doing it. Exposure. For exposure, what I do is I go to open mic spots. I would suggest getting on stage and writing your own songs and getting on stage. First, when you first get there, you might, just to get comfortable and get the crowd to know your name, sing a popular song, sing a hit song that everybody likes, and work it, make it your own. But to get further and start getting gigs, or unless you want to get gigs being a cover band, just start doing original music, and that'll get you a lot further. But if you want to do cover music, do that as well. But just getting out there is my main point. When I was first started producing, I would just produce at home, sit in the room, produce a song, go to work, produce a song, go to work. And then it wasn't until I actually started going to open mic spots or started hitting the scene that results. I started getting results. I started actually selling tracks. I actually started selling songs. So that's my advice to you. Get out the basement. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Get out the basement. The basement is good for practice, of course, but you want to practice performing, or you want to practice talking to people. So get out the basement, get on the scene, start talking to people out on the scene. It's easier than you think. Just find an open mic spot. If they don't have an open mic spot, like I said, network with promoters and see if they want to start something. It's real. That's simple too. You just I can start another segment on that, but this is just basically getting beginning. I don't want to go on a tangent. So one, network with other musicians. If you're in high school, talk to the band members, talk to the music teachers, and network with them, see what they got going on, so forth and so on. See if they want to start a band, so forth and so on. Same thing with college students. If you're not in college or high school and you want to meet other musicians, open mic spots, church. I play in churches all the time, not to get gigs, but because I'm a believer and I love to play at church. But that's a perfect place to find other people that you'll get along with, other very talented people there. So network, other musicians, other people that got stuff going on, exposure, get out the basement, go to, like I say, open mic shows, get on stage, write your songs, and this is where you get people's opinion. Instead of your cousins, your friends and family, these people who are in the audience can actually give you advice, because those will be the people who will buy your CDs from you. Your friends and family are not going to buy your CDs from you. They'll probably ask for a hookup or something like that. But if you're performing in front of people, getting exposure, these people in the audience are the ones that are going to buy your CDs or come to your shows. So you start building them up. Like I said, when you do shows, go with a purpose. Like when you network at first, start networking without performing, do it with a purpose. Get people's contact information. 2, when you do exposure, do it with a purpose. Record it. I was watching Mythbusters the other day. He said the difference between science and messing around is jotting it down, taking notes. So record it with your camera, and take pictures. Just in case you have a bad show, you have pictures of you performing. If you have a good show, you have video of your performance. So that'll always help with your network and your exposure and putting your YouTube out there. You just get out the basement, start doing it. People see that you're doing it. Wow, everything start growing for you. The third networking is networking with fans. Like, so when you get your exposure, you get on stage, you start doing your shows. Once you get off stage, take a pad like this and just go around to people. Hey, if you like my performance, can you give me your email address, whatever you want, their Twitter, and just put whatever you want them to have, whatever you want to have from them, put it at the top. Put their name, Twitter, email, something like that. That way you can contact them and let them know what you got coming up next. If you have a CD coming out, and they can follow you like that. So exposure, when you go with a purpose. You network with people, and you do it with a purpose. Back to exposure. I was reading a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. A lot of us, when you get exposure, you want to start getting paid automatically. You want to start getting, pretty much just paid automatically. And it doesn't really work like that. Like, you need to get out there first. People need to like you and see how you perform. So I would say just get out there, go to open mics, perform for free. I always going to tell people go to open mics, because that's where a lot of people who are big got their start. Jill Scott, NDRE, the Beatles, pretty much. Everybody starts from places like this. Singers, songwriters, that's how you network, and that's how you get out there. So exposure. Malcolm Gladwell, his book was talking about 10,000 hours. You get your 10,000 hours of practice. You're going to be spending 10,000 hours practicing in the basement to be a better practicer or a teacher, or you can spend 10,000 hours practicing on stage performing, so you have 10,000 hours of performance. Making you a master performer, you need 10,000 hours, he says, to be a master at something. So I used to spend my time mastering my performance and getting in front of people. So exposure. 1, network. Get out there. Just get your name out there. Start talking to people. Get musicians, stuff like that. 2, get exposure, get on stage. 3, network with your fans, with people, potential fans. Once you get their email, like in marketing, we call this getting leads. These email addresses will lead up to you selling your product, selling your CDs, and pretty much selling your music. So take these steps, start from the beginning, just go out there, just find an open mic spot, start talking to people. Next week, start performing, or however long till you feel comfortable, then start performing. But you gotta get out the basement. The longer you wait, the longer it's gonna take for you to get the results you want. And 3, just network with your fans, and those will be your leads up to you selling your CDs and so forth and so on. So I'm gonna challenge you. If you're a songwriter, and if you're a singer-songwriter, write one verse a day. Try to write one verse a day, and that way you'll have material. And then when you go to the open mic spots, just perform like every 2 weeks, something like that. So try to get on stage every 2 weeks just to get your name out there. If you want to be a singer, you're looking to sing, get up there every week. But I challenge everyone to write one verse a week, and then just get out there and start performing. Like I said, I'm moving to Japan tomorrow, so I'll be doing the same thing you guys are doing, and you can follow me. Again, my website's workwithtyrell.com. My Twitter is ww_Tyrell, and you can follow me along on my journey and see how long it takes me to make it, and so forth and so on. So I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.